Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield myself such time as I may consume. Mr. Speaker, I rise today in support of H.R. 4511, Gold Star Families Voices Act, and I'd like to thank my friend, Congressman Chris Smith, for his leadership on many veterans issues and in support of military families, and to my friend, Congressman Harper, for his help today in ensuring that we pass this important bill to recognize Gold Star families. Not long after I was sworn into office, I went to a Memorial Day breakfast in Waterbury, Connecticut, home of many veterans, and every year they have a Gold Star Families Breakfast. At that breakfast, I met a number of families, some who lost loved ones 50 years ago and still who carry in their hearts every day the pain of that loss. One of the people I met was Joe Nolan. Joe served proudly in Vietnam, and his son, a gifted linguist, in 1999, as a college graduate, snuck off to a recruiting station in Philadelphia and signed up to serve. Now remember, this was prior to 9/11. He felt that call like his father had, and he served. And tragically, bravely, he lost his life in the Battle of Fallujah in 2004, defending this country. And Joe came to me and he said, you know, Elizabeth, we have this wonderful program for Gold Star mothers, but I'm a dad and I miss my son every day. And that's why I joined with colleagues in this chamber and we introduced the Gold Star Fathers Act, which the President signed into law to recognize that fathers and mothers of sons and daughters bleed and cry when their children are lost. So today we have an opportunity to recognize some of those families. One of them is Mary Kite. Mary Kite, also from Waterbury, Connecticut, is the proud head of the Gold Star Mothers Organization in Connecticut. Her son, Michael, was a helicopter pilot, flew a Huey in Vietnam, and she was devastated when he died. And particularly hurt because it was such a difficult time in the war, and she said she felt like her son's sacrifice meant nothing. And in our nation's commitment, what we're doing today to recognize her son, give her the opportunity to tell her story is so important. She's come to embrace the Gold Star Families Organization, and it has helped her and helped others to celebrate the lives of their loved ones. And actually last year, she went up in a Huey. She went up in a Huey, much as she does not like to fly. But she thought about her son, Michael, and she was quoted as saying, you know, I feel closer to him. He died while trying to evacuate wounded soldiers on the battlefield in Vietnam. Stephen Reich, also another proud son of my district, another helicopter pilot, lost his life in 2005. He was attempting to extract a SEAL team and died in Afghanistan. These are only 3 families of the tens of thousands in this country, and their sacrifice is as much or more than anyone else deserve to be recorded in the Library of Congress to remind us of the price of freedom, to remind us that we owe them a debt of gratitude. I'm sure my friend Congressman Harper, like I, have conducted some of these Veterans Project interviews. They're really meaningful and they're really important. The history of this country is not only about presidents and generals and admirals. It's written in the blood of the men and women who served this country, and especially those who never returned. So I am delighted today to join with colleagues and urge all my colleagues to join in supporting, not only supporting this legislation, but to make a commitment to go out and find those Gold Star families, find them in your district. Make sure they have the opportunity to tell their loved one's story as part of this country's great history. Thank you, and with that, I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentlewoman reserves. Gentleman from Mississippi.